My 26F husband, 26M, family keeps referring to me as his best friend. Now I know why, and it's worse than I imagined. Robbie and I were invited to his parents' place for dinner last night. I had a massive work project due, so I stayed home while Robbie went ahead, thinking it'd be a normal visit. But apparently, Robbie was feeling ready to finally confront them about the best friend nonsense. According to Robbie, dinner began normally, but after some wine and a few pours of scotch, a gift from a groomsman, he felt he had to ask. He pulled his dad aside, wanting to know why the family kept calling me his best friend when I'm his wife. At first, his dad was dodgy, but after some prying and maybe the scotch, helping to loosen him up, he finally came clean. Turns out, his parents and sister had made a bet on how long our marriage would last. Yes, a bet like we're some characters in a twisted family drama. His dad confessed that he thought it was a harmless joke, but each of them had put money down on a different timeline. His dad, the optimist of the group, bet on 3 years. His mom bet less than 1. And his sister always the most cynical bet we wouldn't last 6 months. And to top it off, the best friend title was part of their plan. They thought that by refusing to recognize me as Robbie's wife, they'd plant doubts in my mind and make me feel like an outsider. The aim? They hoped I'd get frustrated, maybe even angry at Robbie for not standing up for me, ultimately leading to tension in our relationship. They were actually trying to sabotage us. This wasn't just passive-aggressive, it was an intentional, coordinated attempt to undermine our marriage. Robbie was stunned. He didn't say much, just marched back into the house and confronted his mom. The conversation exploded into a full-blown shouting match, with accusations flying between Robbie, his mom, and his dad. His sister tried to laugh it off as a harmless joke, but Robbie was having none of it. He ended up storming out, too furious to drive, and called me from a gas station nearby. When I picked him up, he was visibly shaken, barely able to talk. The betrayal hit him hard. He's always been close to his family, especially his dad, who had seemed to support us. Now, it felt like they'd all been conspiring against us from the start. This morning, we went back to get his car. His parents were waiting, and it was obvious they hadn't resolved anything. His mom was livid with his dad, furious that he let the secret slip. His dad, clearly ashamed, couldn't look us in the eye. After a tense, awkward exchange, Robbie's dad asked if he could stay with us for a couple of days, since things were so heated at home. For now, he's staying in our guest room, while they figure things out. Robbie is heartbroken and angry, saying he's done with his mom and sister for good. He's more willing to forgive his dad, but it's clear the trust has been deeply fractured. As for me, I'm angry too, but I'm also sad to see Robbie so hurt by people he trusted. I'm leaning toward family, therapy, because I feel like we need a way to process all this. But for now, we're just taking it one day at a time. It's hard to shake the feeling that this whole ordeal has left scars on our relationship with his family, scars that may never fully heal.